Okay, everyone out there, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The two guys who love having a chat about our lives, and this magnificent bloke over here in the UK, Cortez, and myself, Jay, over in Melbourne. We've got our lovely friend here, Karen. Karen Kay will put you under, and she's a wonderful healer, holistic healer, an author. She's got her own book, and I want to say breast cancer survivor. That's the big one. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be, we're talking about our purpose on this earth and where we've come from. We've all been through our journeys, and this is why Cortez and I have connected on such a great level. He's done some wonderful work out there, and my journey as well that I've come on with, Journey of a Whitefeather, it's just sort of linked together beautifully. So, well, Cortez, we'll leave it to Karen to explore, have a bit of a chat, and we'll just butt in from there. How's that sound?
It's absolutely fine, my man. Let's do this.
All right, Karen, over to you. Talk about yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey.
Well, the spiritual journey started back when I was living in Darwin in 2003. I met a lady who was also travelling. We were set up camp permanently in Howard Springs in Darwin, and they had pulled in and they just stayed for a while, and she was guided to show me how to do automatic writing.
Can you explain automatic writing? I mean, Cortez, have you heard of automatic writing, mate?
It's just allowing your mind to and your hand to
channel,
and it just starts to write. So you put your pen on the paper and not holding it hard, but just putting the pen on the paper and letting the energy write what needs to be said.
Yeah. Just like another form of channeling.
It is a form of channeling, and it become an obsessive compulsive.
Yes, it does.
And I would sit there in the dark and write, and I would sit there in the light and write, and that. But it got me started on my spiritual journey. It also got me learning how to listen, and I have arguments with my brother all the time because he's spiritual as well, but he just doesn't understand the hearing with your mind. Mm-hmm. He gives them ultimatums and that, and I said it doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. You need to listen with your mind, not with your ears. I said, because they don't speak like that, and it starts off very quiet, and then it becomes almost that I hear them, all the time, and I'd be treating somebody, and I'd be doing Reiki, or I'd be doing an energetic healing, and I'd be medically guided to going, okay, what's going on the left side of your jaw, or you've got trouble down here, and they're telling me you've got gut issues and things like that. So I have like a bit of a medical intuitive, but not actually being told exactly what, but I'm guided to a certain area of the body, and I go, they're saying polycystic or something like that. So that sort of thing.
What did it feel like for you when you first realised you can automatic writing? What did that feel like?
Well, first of all, it starts off and you think, is it me that's actually writing that, or is it they actually writing that? Is it coming from me? Is it my mind, or is it their mind? But then you start.
And is the handwriting the same as yours, or is it different handwriting?
It's different. It's all linked.
Okay.
It's all linked. Yeah.
I will say, Cortez, she did something for me about 4 months ago, Karen, I think it was, and I'm still fascinated by it. I think it's very, as I said, it's very intuitive. But as you said, you sort of guess yourself. It's like being connected to the messages above when you become more aware, isn't it?
Yeah, I could just imagine. And do you feel the energy going through you as you're writing as well?
Well, I actually, when you hear, and that sometimes you wonder how, when I say to people about finishing a conversation, and you just go, where the hell did that come from? Mm-hmm. When you're talking, and and that is them, the universe guiding you to talk.
Things.
And
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I experience most of, is channeling through my words. That's something that I do a lot. And like you say, it's not even me speaking, it's just like my higher self, or I'm receiving these thoughts, and then I'm just relaying back to what I'm hearing, sort of thing.
Hey, Cortez, would you say that your last couple of videos, like, I've really, really enjoyed the Cut Me Off one? I think, Karen, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but what a powerful video that was, man. Applauding to you. We all do it. It's like taking the first step, but it's the same sort of thing. Do you feel the same way as what Karen does? Do you think that just comes to you? You go, right, I've got to do a video on this. Like Karen said, I have to write. This is what I'm writing. What do you feel about that?
The thing is, Jay, nothing's scripted with me. I don't plan. I don't write anything down. I wake up on the day, I go for a jog, and whilst I'm jogging, ideas will then come to me, or something will come to me, and then as soon as I'm in front of the camera, that's it. It's just like, it's on, and then I'm able to download whatever I'm trying to get out on that day, sort of thing. So yeah, I suppose it's channeling the universe and just whatever message they want me to give out on that specific day and time.
It's very similar.
And I feel the energies as well. I'm starting to realize that depending on what video I put out, it all interlinks with the collective consciousness and how they're feeling at that specific time. Yeah. So if I put a video out about, I don't know, empaths feeling drained or something like that, that would be sort of like the collective energy I'm feeling at that time. Yeah. And then the idea would come to me, and then I would put it out, and then I'd get a lot of comments back about people actually feeling like this. So it's like I intuitively just feel what's best on that day to put out, sort of thing.
Well, I'll cut to Karen there. I was going to say, you do a lot when we've talked. You can tell us about some of the stuff that you do. You're very similar to what Cortez is doing. There's a lot of intuitive stuff coming from yourself.
I've had a lot of feeling of stress lately, of what's going on here in Melbourne and Australia and the world, but mainly in Australia. And you just go, what do I need to do? And I'm driving to work yesterday, and I'm thinking, I have to bring this back to me. I have to bring this back to what I can control immediately. I can be kind to people. I can treat people with kindness and love and do the best I can. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I've got a car. I can get to where I need to go. I've got a job I can go to. So I've got money coming in. So right now, I'm okay. I need to keep things centered and focused on what I can do immediately. Exactly. I've got to stop thinking about how I want to get up over the borders and go visit my grandchildren and my kids and things like that, and bring it straight back to what I can control at this very moment in my life.
That's a great message, isn't it?
That's a very important message.
That's a great message. Karen, do you want to talk about your battle with breast cancer? Because I've seen you through it. So Cortez hasn't heard the thing, and she does a lot of work with the breast cancer foundation down here in Melbourne. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your great journey and your great success in getting through, such a harsh thing to go through? So, the floor is yours.
It wasn't fun, but back in 2010, I was seeing a man who was a Queenslander, and he came down to visit me on my 50th birthday, and he said to me, I want you to be around for a few years to come. I want you to go get these tests done. He said, I want you to go get a mammogram done and all that sort of stuff. And I've gone, and being 50 here in Australia, that is the time when you can get free mammograms and that for breast cancer. So, and I've just responded with, well, yeah, okay, I'll go, but I'll go if you go get your prostate checked. And but little did I know what was in store for me, and what he'd actually seen. So I went to have my mammogram, and then, you know, I got a phone call from a breast cancer counsellor, and she said, look, we've found something that's not there on one side but is there on the other side, and we're concerned, and we need you to come in. So okay, so I came in, still not thinking much, just going along for the ride, and that, knowing I was going to be fine is you know, that's all I felt was, this is okay, I'm going to be fine. They changed the big screen things, the mammogram machine, into big plates, and they rescanned, and they did biopsies, and they said to me that, you know, when I told them about who had actually told me to go, and they said, well, you better ring him and tell him. So I come home and I said, you know how you wanted me to go have these tests done? He said, yep. I said, well, I've just had a biopsy done. And he said, let me guess, right-hand side. And I've gone, yes, as a matter of fact. What did you see? And he said, in Queensland, they had a breast cancer ad on telly, and it uses Rembrandt's painting of Bathsheba. And it shows a woman sitting on the edge of the bath with topless, I think, and she's facing sort of this way, and it's got like a black mass going, like real thick black veins. And I said, okay. He said, well, that's what I saw on you. And he said, how do I make her go and get seen without causing her concern? So we did that, and yeah, so I had the surgery, and I had the surgery, and then I had to have the chemotherapy, and I had the breast. My girlfriend came, the same girl that came with me to the breast cancer counsellor came with me to my first dose of chemotherapy, and the breast cancer nurse, the McGrath Foundation breast cancer nurse, amazing work these women do.
McGrath Foundation, sorry Karen, the McGrath Foundation's the cricketer, Glenn McGrath, if you're not sure, mate. I'm not sure if you follow cricket over there. His wife had breast cancer, so they started a foundation, and they do it every time during the Ashes. There's a day, a pink day for Glenn McGrath Day. So yeah, just so I feel that in. His wife passed away. So at that time, but anyway, she came down to see me on my first treatment, and she said, look, you may not lose your eyebrows, but you'll lose your hair. And I've gone, oh, okay. And my girlfriend Julie goes, that's all right, Karen. She said, I can draw your eyebrows in for you. Feeling angry today? Feeling surprised?
That's quality.
And I've gone, thanks, Jules. So anyway, so then that's my thing, but
so Karen,
that was the longest day.
I wanted to ask you, with regards to spirituality and what you've grown, where you've grown to, maybe you can explain.
From having breast cancer?
I
believe that I was I had to have it. How can I walk a mile in somebody's shoes if I haven't experienced their pain?
Yeah.
So, but also I believe that I was meant to have it so that they would look for my daughter, my eldest daughter, who ended up with breast cancer as well. Hers was a little bit worse than mine.
Oh.
So if I hadn't have had it, they may not have looked for her.
Okay.
But yeah, but my big thing was, how can I walk a mile in someone's shoes if I haven't experienced pain? I know what it's like to lose my hair. I know what it's like to lose my fingernails, my toenails, have the neuropathy in the fingertips where you can't pick things up, you can't get your drive. When they say, show us your driver's license, I go, here's my purse, you take it out.
Oh, bless your heart.
I was talking to somebody who's quite a spiritual person because I was working for Origin Energy at the time, and we were doing something in the lunch boardroom, and I said, I must have been a shit of a person for all these bad things happening to me in my life. And she said, have you read the book When Bad Things Happen to Good People? And I said, no. She said, read it. So my auntie worked in a library and borrowed the book for me. And I have to say, this book put things into perspective for me. It's written by a Jewish rabbi whose only son, the day his daughter was born, his only son was diagnosed with progeria. Have you heard of progeria?
I haven't.
Progeria is the aging disease. So he was going to be an old man in a little boy's body, you know.
Okay. Just like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Have you seen that film?
Yeah, I have, but not quite. His body ages faster than he is, you know. So he's 4, but he might look like he's 90 or something like that.
Okay.
He might have arthritis. He might lose his hair and have like Coke bottle lenses and things like that. So he died, but this Jewish rabbi promised his son that he would write his story, and he had gone to his synagogue or whatever and had said, God, have I not served you? I have done everything for you. Why are you doing this to me? And it turned out that it turned him into a better person. How could he serve his congregation and things like that? So he went to, I remember this one story where he goes to this couple who had lost their only child, this daughter, who was on her way to class, in between classes and on her way, and collapses and dies of an aneurysm. And he goes to visit this couple, and the first thing they say to him when he walks through the door, we did not fast last month. And so they thought that God was punishing them for not fasting and doing what was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And he said it would have to be one hell of a mean God that would take your only child because you didn't fast last month. Mm-hmm. So unfair things happen. They happen to anyone and everyone, and it doesn't pick and choose. It's just how you deal with it when it's your turn.
That's it.
And stepping up. And okay, some days it's like pushing a bulldozer backwards up a hill. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to cry, and it's okay to shed tears. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow's a different day.
I say that to Jay a lot. I say, everything that you go through everything that you experience, everyone that comes into your life, the traumas, everything that you go through, is a lesson to learn from. And then once you overcome that, then you can then help people going through the same thing. Life qualifications, that's what I refer to them to, because I can relate to your story, because there's a lot of cancer in my family, and my sister was diagnosed with this rare cancer in 2009, and she's still battling to this day, because it keeps growing back, and she had to have a double hysterectomy. She lost her hair twice, but now she's in a place where she stopped chemotherapy. She is looking after her body a lot more now. Her diet's a lot better. She's having high alkaline food. She's doing certain things where it still exists within her, but she's able to live a functionable life now. And she's able to help the people that are going through what she's gone through, just like you are as well, Karen. So you're very, 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 very strong, very, very strong. And I appreciate you sharing.
We're all strong. You don't know how strong you are until you have to step up.
Step up, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's when we're talking about this is why we connected with the videos that Cortez has been doing, which have been absolutely magnificent, as I've been telling you. The short videos of saying, here we are, this is what you've got to do, the cut me off video straight away. It's taken the first step. People don't understand how to take that first step, or they don't want to. They've been internally, they're not connected. They're physically there, but not connected spiritually. And things we go through, what Karen went through, and what I've gone through, what you've gone through, it's given us that gateway to Asgard. If I might have said to Thor, here's my comic book thing coming back out again. But we're going. He loves the way I go comic books, I tell you. But we got the rainbow bridge to Asgard. I mean, it's look, at the end of the day, people can step on it, and if we're meant to be that way, we've got to go that way. They're going to take you and say, you've got to go this way. I mean, how many times Cortez has said, this is meant to be. We just got to go.
Oh yeah,
we just got to go. We got to go.
This is divinely being guided to happen, and this is probably one of the scariest times of my life, because, like you know, Jay, I've gone full time on this now. I have no income. There is no income coming in, so in my eyes, this is all I have. But there's this underlying feeling of knowing everything will work out. I am blessed, I am guided. I feel my spirit guides around me. I feel my angels. They send me the numbers. Do you know what I mean? So absolutely, and it's the happiest I've been. This is the least I've had. This is the least I've ever had in my life financially, but it's the happiest I've ever been inside, because I know I'm fulfilling my life purpose, and I know that conversations like this will go out and it will help anyone that is in the receiving mode to hear it. And I think we just have to be understanding of where people are as well, in their spiritual awakening and their journeys, because we were once there. So absolutely, we've look, as I said, just going through, getting Karen on tonight. She's going to talk about. I'd love her to talk about some of the things, like we do exchange massage and retreat. Some of the things she's taught me. How about that one, Karen? How about that one, Karen? How about that one? Remember that one? Ask the question. Do you want to talk? What's this? Oh,
okay. It's kinesiology.
Yeah.
It's a kinesiology, and you can ask a yes/no question.
Okay.
And so the first thing you need to go is hold the chain.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. And now you need to ask the universe, show me a yes.
Okay.
So show me a yes. So
what you do? Yes. Show me a yes.
Okay. So show me a yes. So you're holding firm on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now show me a no.
Show me a no.
Bang. Happened.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Show me a no.
Why does that happen?
That's your energetic. So that is going to help you with. So You need a yes, no. Will I get this job? Or will I be okay? Or should I have that sugar that's on the shelf? Should I have that?
Should I eat that
No,
cake?
you should not.
Could I have that cake? So how does it work?
Should I have that extra slice?
So Karen,
No.
how does it work? So if you can explain a little bit how it works.
Okay, so it's called part of kinesiology, and it's like a biofeedback, I suppose. So it's just an energetic shift. So
Is it like a short
when
circuit?
I've done forensic healing and things like that, if I'm doing something on someone, instead of using a pendulum, I use my chain. And so if I've got an energetic shift and it's okay, it'll hold firm for me. Some people, it'll break on a positive, and hold on a negative. But that's why I say to people, you've got to ask yourself, show me a yes. If it breaks, that's your yes. If it holds firm, and that'll be your no. So mine is to lock is a yes.
Yeah.
And a break is a no. And it's an energetic shift. So you just hold it.
I asked the universe, is my name Ben? And it went like that.
Bang! There we go. We've got proof of it, mate. Awesome.
Oh,
There you
God,
go,
yeah,
it's
I
a
like that. I
burn.
like that.
Something you can put on, mate. Maybe in one of your videos, you can go, right, I learnt this great technique.
100%. I'm 100%.
You're fantastic. Be absolutely fantastic. So we were basically, as I said, we chat about our spiritual awakening. Obviously, with the way you've seen my way I've done it, I obviously channel messages, and I give out, I guess, in poetry in some ways, but my views on what has happened right then and there. Yourself, Cortez, you've been through your spiritual awakening in a different way. Karen's an author. Now, she's got a lot of skills. Do you believe you went through your spiritual awakening, and when did you do it? And maybe we can see where we're all at. We've all got it. We've all found our little niche in this, if you get where I'm going. There's always a niche. What about yourself, Karen? What do you think? I have started. I've been writing prayers, universal prayers. Can I just say before I say that? Sorry to cut you off, Cortez. We're going to have to link that prayer. There's a prayer for abundance, I think it was.
Okay.
There's abundance in the universal prayer to
the universal one. We'll have to link those two into this video. Okay, I'll send you the links.
100%. Yep, send me them on, and I'll make sure we get them in.
So in my prayers and that, I ask for universal. So I call in the God and the archangels. I put us all in a shield of hologram, which holograms reflect color, rainbows of color, and color confuses the negative side of things. So the negative and the darkness, and that they can't see through it. So when I'm going to work and things like that, and to keep us safe, I put a hologram over my workplace. So, and in my mind is a vacant block of land. They cannot see the workplace in there. It's just a hologram. We had a manager working there that was causing angst and dishevel and had narcissistic behaviour and that. So when we go to work, I'd put a hologram over there. I'd put my white crosses over the top, my flower, my rainbows and things like that. When we did that, she didn't show up that day for work. And then I kept doing it. And
It's true. It's true,
and then the
Jen.
next thing she threw the keys and she was gone, and we're going, yes!
I know, it works.
This is it.
I
do this when I'm going out.
Putting a hologram out there.
That's it. I do the same thing when I'm going to the supermarket. I put a blue bubble over me just to protect me and my energy, because I absorb other people's energy a lot easier than other people. So I have to protect and just put this bubble around me. Just imagine this blue bubble around me, and it works. It does work.
It does. does.
It really does.
Try the hologram. You'll be amazed by the hologram.
So the hologram, how would that work then? So say, do you put a
hologram is like when you see bubbles, you're blowing the from the bubble blowers, and they've got all the colours and that in them.
Yes.
So a hologram is like all those bubbles together.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're reflecting rainbows of colour, and it confuses negative, but it keeps everything that's positive
inside of it.
Inside.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do that. One.
Yeah. Try your hologram, because I love the holograms. The holograms are brilliant.
I love conversations like this. I tell you what, guys. No, I do, Karen, because I bet when you were 2000, was it 2003? You said when you sort of started to do your automatic writing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was you spiritually aware then? Was you aware of like the shift that was happening?
I'll even go one step further, mate. What about the full-time purpose group? The amount of people we've got now. I mean, we can connect through this. I mean, we've actually got a purpose of, we've got our skill that we've got, as you just said, and then now we can actually get it more and more out there.
Well,
this is what I mean.
But also, did I see where it was leading? Not really. I was awakening, but and I know they're coming. I know it. I know it. But I'm not sure of exactly in what form. But things are slowly happening around, and things are happening, and you just go, they're around, and it's happening. But they said they're coming. That God's coming. The angels are coming. I believe they're coming on flying horse. I mean, this sounds ludicrous, doesn't it? But
nothing sounds ludicrous anymore, Karen.
On Pegasus, and God will come in on a flying lion, and because he's courage, it's courage and strength, and they are going to rock this world. When change comes, it's going to rock it in, and it's going to
bring it
for
us.
Bring
it, mate. Bring it. We need it. We need it. Since 2009, it was 2011 to 2012 was my proper sudden awakening, and I was guided to a lot of information, but it was mixed information. It was information about aligning my chakras, alchemy, law of attraction, but then it led me down a rabbit hole as well to sort of the things that aren't really talked about within the light community. It led me down that hole as well. So I sort of got a full picture of what was going on. I got the picture of what we needed to do to shift to the fifth dimension and help people not wake up, because everyone has their own cosmic alarm clock. They will wake up when the time is right. It's our job to plant the seeds, and if they grow, sort of thing. But and heal, and just like Karen does, and heal people, Reiki and stuff like that. But it's also our job as spiritual beings on this earth to sort of not just concentrate on the light side of things, because there's a dark aspect of this spiritual awakening process that needs to be looked at. And it's just like how people run from their shadow self. A lot of people don't want to face their shadow self because it's not nice, it's uncomfortable, it brings up certain emotions, past traumas that have been suppressed for God knows how long, even from past life. So I know it's not comfortable looking at it, but if we are ignorant to the fact that there are be it malevolent whatever running this show, then I think we're not going to get the opportunity to, I don't know, because God works in wonderful ways, and his plan, I know he's got a plan. So this I always question.
He's got a plan, all right. Just you wait and see.
And that's it. I never lose faith in his plan. So I know what's happening right now is being divinely guided, and it's meant to happen, and the light is winning. So I never doubt that for 1 second, Karen. Don't worry.
Well, I was listening to somebody the other day. There was a podcast or something going on, and and they were saying that God gives you the good and bad governments. And he said there's been a time in the last few years where we've all turned our back on God, and that, so he's given us bad governments to show. So now we've got, he's now saying we've got to turn back around, and that doesn't mean we have to go to these churches, because they used to say, religion and things like that. I don't want to go to your average Church of England or things like that. But there is spiritual churches out there, and you just go, maybe now's my time to actually front up at one of these spiritual churches and actually, I've never not lost faith, but I didn't want to do it through a church.
Yes.
And I just felt that I needed, I needed to start talking about him and put him out there, and things like that. So, well,
pretty much what we're doing now is really we have a look. As I said, full-time purpose is this community. I mean, it's sort of like a mini spiritual church in a lot of ways. We're supporting each other, getting a lot of stuff out there. Everyone's got different skills. And we all have
different techniques on what we do and how we do it.
Exactly. But the thing is, we are one. We are these light workers, and I think the big thing that I've learned and listening to both of you is silence for me is huge, because I know that my big thing, and I think Cortez, you love this one when I say the veil's off. The veil is off. The veil is off. Right? We can see you 1, 2, 3, and all of us who are connected. We can see what's happening here. People can't be hidden anymore, and it's pretty. And sometimes it's very hard. I know for me, it's sometimes very hard to go through that. But I see with all of what we're doing and what we can continue to do is enlighten others and say, look, this is what we're doing and what we're trying to bring out in others, in other people, and sharing the light, I guess, in some ways. But
we see through people now. We don't.
Yeah,
it's not hidden. Yeah. And and I just look and just go, really? I don't trust what I'm being told anymore. And I say to people, congratulations. We don't trust the government. We don't trust independent MPs. We don't trust our own GPs anymore.
Do you know what I mean?
We cannot trust anybody, because they're spinning a narrative as well.
This is it.
And I feel like walking in there and go, how's your Hippocratic Oath going?
It's
non-existent?
Honestly, Karen, this is it. They all take an oath to protect and serve us and to not do no harm. And it's come to the point where they are all going against this unknowingly, because of and some might be doing it knowingly, but I think a lot of them are doing it unknowingly because it's the fear that they are also getting from whoever, sort of thing.
Well, they're spinning a narrative that's being dictated to them.
Yes.
And they're being told to say it because otherwise they'll get deregistered.
This is it.
That's their threat. They're being threatened with deregistered.
Well, their teachers are the same.
Or they're deregistered.
Teachers are the same. I mean, the situation.
I tell you what, the real heroes are the doctors and nurses and all the medical professions that have come out. They've lost their jobs. They're being silenced, but they are still trying to get the truth out to the people because they know that is what they took that job to do.
That's right.
So to them people, I say we need to show the level of respect that's needed, because for them that must have been so hard, especially the ones that are that have been in practice 40 odd years. I was even speaking to a private undertaker the other day, and he was saying that what's happening now is he's never seen it before in his whole 23 years of being there. And he's not just going to come out and say that. So people are seeing now, like Jay said, the veil has been lifted, and people are seeing the elephant in the room now. And
well, they're seeing it, but But we've got. I was visiting my mum in aged care today, and they were talking about the and the.
I like that.
I love that. I think that's what
anyway,
we're going to refer
they said, "Oh, you need to take to be able to travel overseas," and I've gone, "I ain't going overseas," and they go, "Why not?" And I said, "Well, they're forcing pilots to have the and they're going to go. They're going to have thrombosis or cardiac arrest in the air. You're going to see all these planes falling out of the sky with 300, 400 people on them."
People in it.
I said, because the pilots have had heart attacks or things because of this.
I'll tell you what, I've got a friend, and I normally see him down the gym, and he hasn't been down the gym for 3 months, and I see him the other day, and he said he had the second and he had blood clots and nearly had a cardiac arrest, and they had to rush him in, and he literally had a heart attack. And he said he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't go out, he doesn't watch TV, he goes to the gym. He's a fit and healthy man, but he was fear-mongered by his spouse, his wife or whatever, to get this, and then that was it. So I think people will start seeing what's going on, but I just don't want it to have to be too late. That's my only concern.
Look, you know what, as I said, my belief is it's the way it's going, but I do have faith in where everything is. I think you've got to come to a conclusion of being happy within your own decisions, and I think a lot of people are just doing what they're doing, but they're also doing it out of ego and out of power, and they're taking advantage of people's goodwill. I've seen that. And this is where and when I get called all the time to say that I've changed. Yeah, I have. I don't say give me power away, but this is coming into what we're talking about now, and the way the veil has come off, and you look at people and go, when you can see the people who are awake, people who are aware, and then there's people who go, nah, I'm a sheep. I'm a sheep. So that's what we come down to, and I mean, we can move, and that's where we're talking about our spiritual awakenings. And so I don't think we really understand a lot of people who go through this. I don't think spiritual awakenings are really explained. Like, we've learned a lot the last couple of weeks we've been together. I mean, you know, this is what we're doing, trying to get information out there 100%. About personal ways of looking at the spiritual awakening process, because and talking about the shadow again, people don't know what the shadow is. I can tell you right now, they don't get it. They go shadow, dark, evil, mate, demon. Nah, it's not about that.
The fact of the matter is, guys, and we know this, and the people at the top know this, if we all come together and unite and love each other, then it's game over. They cannot survive in the vibrational frequency of love, and that is that. Exactly right. It's simple as that.
Can't. Evil's the first thing that'll leave. But I've been putting beacons out. I've got them over our Premier's head. So I've got them over the Parliament. I've got them over every Parliament in Australia. I've got them over every Parliament in the world.
That's it, Karen.
And so the truth, they can't do anything, because the truth and the secrets are going to be revealed because the light's on.
100%.
Our Premier can't even go home in his car because the light's going to be over his car as he's driving, and that it's all going to light up, and the secrets and the truths are going to be revealed.
100%. I hope people are ready for it.
I can tell you.
I just hope people they have the ears to hear it, because as we know, there might be a cognitive dissonance reaction to what people are hearing, because it is so inverted from the truth. Yep. That's what I think. We've been led away from the truth for so long now. If the truth slapped us in the face, we still wouldn't believe it.
But this is what we're here for. This is what we're here for, mate. This is exactly what we're here for. I know this. I know that.
Absolutely, mate.
We are the
Hold on
messengers.
just one moment, guys. I'm going to have to go get my plug and plug this in.
No worries. I'm going to go to the toilet quickly.
Let's pause.
Okay. Just as well you're
pause.
ready.
I'll pause it. No worries. Okay, recording's on, guys.
What's my audio sound like? Does it sound alright?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Clear.
Okay.
Sounds really good. Could go through Karen's book there, Cortez. She's written a book about based on rainbows and rainbow therapy, which is quite interesting.
Okay. Oh wow. What's rainbow therapy?
Hold it up there, Karen. Hold it up.
So I started writing this book,
Mm-hmm.
The Healing Energy of Rainbows. So rainbows, well, our chakras are energy rainbows.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. So, but I started writing it. It was as Nanny weaves a rainbow blanket. I've got a granddaughter who had sensory issues. You know, so. She'd have meltdowns in public places and screaming and things like that. So I started writing this book as Nanny weaves a rainbow blanket, and then it started off. We did so we can dance the rainbow chakra energy movement just by moving it.
Mm-hmm.
It's visualization.
Yeah.
It's got a meditation, learning EFT, so emotional freedom technique.
Okay.
So, do you know what that is?
I haven't. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Okay, emotional freedom technique is called tapping.
Okay.
So you can. I quite often load it up. With the book, I've only just done like, I'm smart enough, I'm good enough, I'm clever enough, I'm strong enough, I'm capable, I'm magic. I'm awesome. I can do anything.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm this.
Amazing. That's the one, mate. That's the one.
Do you tap on the specific crown chakra,
So on the
third
top,
eye? Yeah.
in between the eyes, on the outside of the eyes, on the cheekbones,
Yeah.
under the nose, and the chin, and then on the collarbone.
And then you're constantly saying these things whilst you're doing this.
Yeah, I'm smart enough. Now, if we started our day in school where all the kids go, I'm smart enough, I'm clever enough, I'm good enough, I'm strong enough, I'm magic, I'm strong, I'm awesome, I can do anything. And take it out.
Woo!
There it is.
I think I do that when I'm jogging.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
So, but in the book I talk about so if you were to think of a trauma or something like that, or how you're feeling at the moment, if you were to close your eyes,
I feel amazing after that. Just to put that out there.
And think, if this emotion was, what color would it be?
Mm-hmm.
So in the book I go, it's like dog poo or something like that, you know. It's dog poo colour, you know. Okay, so even though
that's going in the video, come on.
I'm putting it in. I'm editing. That is going straight in, Karen.
My emotion feels like dog poo. I love and accept and believe in me. So you do that a few times. Dog poo, dog poo, dog poo.
Yeah.
Dog poo, dog poo, dog poo.
Yeah.
Okay, now close your eyes and go, all right, now what colour would it be? Oh, so it's like a mustard yellow or something like that. So it's changing, the colour changes.
Okay. I get you.
And then until you get to a nice, beautiful green or something like that.
If people wanted to read your book, Karen, where would they find it?
So they can, on Karen Kleehammer, I think it's writer.
We'll put it up. We'll definitely put that information up.
Leave it okay.
Let me just say.
She's got two websites.
It's KarenKleehammerwriter.com.
Okay.
And so Karen Kleehammer, I think it's one word. So let me just hold on, pause that moment.
She's gonna go and get it. I'm like this. We're like this sometimes.
No, absolutely, mate. Why not? How you finding it now? Good. I'm glad we got it right.
This is amazing, Jay, man. This is exactly what this is it. This is how I've pictured it, though, Jay. Do you know what I mean? And I always knew, look at the time, 10:10. First time I've looked at the time. I always knew that I was going to be doing this, but I needed the right person to do it with. And
I appreciate
I found him. So yeah, I appreciate you, Jay. Honestly.
No, that's mate.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you coming on at short notice as well, Karen.
No, I told Karen like the next one. I said to her when we started this. She goes, "Really?" I remember she goes, "Which one?" Okay, the guy does Spiritual Needs TV. She goes, "Oh yeah, I watched him." Goes, "Yeah, we're doing a podcast type." She goes, "Oh," I go, "You got to see this guy go. He's way off. He's like me." Mad. We have a great time on this. So as you say, all smiles. That's exactly what we need.
This is it.
Now,
so it's www.KarenKleehammerWriter.com.
Okay, everyone cool. Get that? Go and check Karen out.
Yeah, we'll put that on the website, mate. I'll give the website details and both website details. And she's got a YouTube channel as well with the prayer on it, which we'll put a little link on there for us so we can work it out. 100%. It might even, we'll do a bit of that, and we will definitely get that all happening there. The other thing Karen's really good at, I tell her all the time, I go, look at all these skills. She looks at her here, she's going to go red now. I go, look at all these skills you've got, right?
I'm Jack of all trades, master of none of them.
Oh, you are not liar. Absolute liar. No, I tell her all the time. She's a great numerologist, right? Brilliant numerologist. Masua, obviously fantastic. Does a lot with crystals. You want to tell us a little bit about your crystals? Everything you want to know about crystals?
Is there anything you don't do, Karen?
There you go.
Well, I use my crystals, so in my mind, to combat the fear, I put out a big selenite heart in
Have
my
you got
mind.
A piece there?
It's bigger than the fear. So the other night I was having trouble going to sleep, so I had big selenite hearts in my mind going around the borders of all my property and around my car and around myself and as I say, the selenite, because it's a great shield.
Have you got that? Have you got that knife one? Have you got that knife as well?
Yeah,
do you want to show Cortez? You'll love this one, mate.
You like that one, didn't you, JJ? Goes, you got that knife as well.
Look at that one. Look at that one.
Selenite.
Get the knife in here, mate. Have a look at that one.
That's Jay's favourite one. That is. I can tell that.
So my daughter is living in a house up in Cessnock in New South Wales. And she gets visitors from spirits and things like that, and they'd even try and knock her out, knock her, out of the way and things like that. And she'd call in Archangel Michael. Come on, Archangel Michael, I need your help. Can I have your protection? And I said, you need to get some selenite, put it along your windowsills and things like that. I said, because that will repel.
Yes.
So,
do you know much about crystals?
And it has done.
Sorry, do you know much about crystals and stuff, Cortez?
Yeah, I used to. I went for a crystal stage where I used to learn about crystals, and I used to put them out on the full moons and charge them, and I used to meditate with them, and then my little niece started to get into them, and then she started to read tarot cards. So I gifted a few of them to her, I cleansed them and prayed over them, and I gifted them to her, and now she uses them and stuff like that.
Cool.
But I'm this is it. I'm intuitively feeling to not get back into them, but to buy some, and just for the factors of what they do energetically as well.
So if you've got children in the classroom, Jay, you can give them, if they're angry or whatever, you can give them a bit of hematite. So
I'll tell you what do use. We was going to order
hematite. It's like a big
look at that crystal there, Cortez. Look at that one. Well, hold it up.
So that's hematite.
So One, look at that one.
It's quite weighty. It's like a magnet sort of thing, and it's great for grounding. And so, if you were to give a child that's acting up in the classroom, a bit of hematite to just hold on to, you might find it calms them down, gets them thinking, asking questions about the crystal and things like that as well. So
that's amazing.
I love that. It's great for the earth chakra.
It's amazing what they do in there. Like, but I'll tell you what, even I wish they could do more in schools. Obviously, this is natural healing. We won't. We had Halloween the other week. I have a really fun time at Halloween, and I love reading up about all the past.
Tell the world what you did, Jay.
He's gonna anyway, Karen.
Tell the world what you did on Halloween. Go on.
Here's my friend.
Did you happen to
who is that?
That is my friend.
As a demon, did you?
Yeah, that's who I dress up as. I dress up as the demon. So he's a wrestler, right?
I see him, yeah.
Yeah. So he's the demon. I've actually got, mind you, this bloke here, while we got just cutting back into that, the Halloween and stuff, sorry to cut out for that, but you're always attracted to something in life, and I believe in messages, and I believe you're attracted. Now, this guy here, very creative person underneath the mask, but I actually wrote a piece about the creature within all of us that is created by society. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share. Karen's. I think you read it, haven't you? Karen's read it.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Cortez, because it's basically we are shifted as an infant, and the experiences that we get obviously change us, right, or mold us. Mold us. We'll use that. Think about the mold think about a wounded animal. It gets hit. What happens? They're going to fight back, or they're going to go into their shell. And there's a lot of stuff here with this character, this wrestling character that I talk about. The mask, which I've got one, obviously. The mask looks scary, but it's also an image of people going, okay, that's you now. You can see me. You couldn't see me. You can't see me now, but you can damn well see me now. You can see me with this mask on, can't you? It's scary. It's scary. Maybe.
They provoke the demon out of you.
Well, they provoke the demon, or they provoke a certain person that protects you. But also, even simply, they see the mask. They never saw my face.
Saw your face. That's it. Yeah.
So we're looking at each other now. I know you're looking at my face, not this. So I've written a 3-piece page on it.
Yeah.
And this is why I get, what's going on here? What's going on? But this is why I always, and this guy's actually a creative genius in the wrestling world anyway, but I tracked to that. But it was more spiritual side to understand exactly that all your experiences in your life create to where you are. And the creature within is something that society creates. You have a look at a lot of people, how they've gone and gelled. Like, we'll talk about other people, Manson, all those other ones that have been gelled a certain way, or someone has been gelled a certain way. Why do people act a certain way? And it's interesting when you actually go deeper into it and say, are you a wounded animal, and are you protecting, or is there 3 or 4 different things that you're looking at? I
think having the partner that I have now, I refer to her as my twin flame, whether you lot believe in that.
No, we believe that, mate. There's belief in everything, mate. Trust me. I saw your video. It was awesome.
She enabled me to be able to express my dark side and my shadow side without judgment, and that essentially dissolved the pattern to what I was doing, sort of thing, to why it would come up, sort of thing. So I think, like you say, Jay, it's very important to face the shadow side of you, but it's very important to be in the vicinity of someone that makes you feel comfortable to do that without judgment, so you are able to face your shadow side and then sort of not judge yourself for doing the things that it would normally do or say, or do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So I look at it this way: when I went through what I went through, I was picking the wrong people, and I know that Karen and I came together. It was going to happen anyway when we're here now, and if it wasn't for her, if I'm not correct, if I'm correct, it was Karen that she said to us, this is what I can remember, and I'm going to say this, we need a community. We'd sit there, you know, I'll fix your back, and Karen goes, we need a community of us. Right?
I felt like this since 2011, Jay.
No, we're talking, what, I know what, 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, we need a community to talk to, because we're not hurt. Suddenly, Victor Otto's thing comes up, right? Yeah. So we go, right, we'll do this thing. Off we went, right? Then suddenly this happened. Then she goes, guess what? I'm a YouTuber. I go, fantastic, so am I. And then suddenly, remember, here we go, we'll get that prayer up, whatever. And then suddenly, here we go again. We're connecting with people.
I'm in the midst of writing another one to go as well.
Oh, well, you put it up. I told you, I'll keep ringing you and bothering you to put it up. I bothered her so much. I go, get this thing up. Everyone needs to hear it. You know?
This one is about healing and holding people up to be healed. Mm-hmm. And and I suppose I started writing this one because my cousin in the US is he has got Legionnaires, and he's been very, very sick, and he's been on life support, and he had kidney donation going back 10 or 11 years ago. I think it was 10 or 11 years ago, but anyway, well, that's all failing, and that's so. But hopefully, if we were to hold people up to Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of Healing, things can happen and things can turn around. So I'm in the process of writing that one.
That's absolutely true, because my dad was, they said about just over 2 years ago now, he was in the last stages of kidney failure, and they said he probably wouldn't make it till the end of the year. And he's still with us. He's fit. He's more fit now than he was before. And he's I wouldn't say he's reversed it. He's still only functioning on 5% kidneys. But the way his mindset is, because he used to be a pastor back in his young age, he's nearly 90 now. He's 87 years old. So he's been around for a long time. Dad? Yes, my dad, yeah.
Your dad's what, sorry?
87.
Right.
Yeah. I know, he had me in his 50s, mate.
Yeah, that's what I would, yeah. Oh, cool.
I'm going, hang on a minute.
Wow.
And, but what helped him was that he didn't listen to those doctors. When a doctor said, you might not be here by the end of the year, and they were pretty certain that he wouldn't, if he was to take that on board and take that as part of his belief, then that may have been the case. But he had faith in something higher than the medical professions that were telling him, and he wasn't ready yet. And he's still here to this day. I'm gonna go and see him today, actually. But it just goes to show how powerful your mind is and how it can.
Exactly. I would like to hope that no one's going to tell me when I'm going to die. I'll go when I'm damn well ready, and not 1 minute beforehand.
That's it.
And you soldier on.
That's it. And you can relate to that as well, Karen, I suppose. Not to say that you had a timeline or anything, but in your head there was an underlying feeling of everything's going to be all right.
It's going to be okay. Yeah. And they would tell me it's going to be okay.
That's
it's going to be okay. How can you walk a mile in someone else's shoes if you've never walked the walk?
That's it.
Probably
the same with mental health. How can you walk a mile and you can't just go? You
can't. No, that's exactly right.
I would say to people, it's like walking the black dog. You know, sometimes the black dog wakes. You wake up and the black dog's asleep on the pillow beside you. But you know, the black dog is you know, unless you know about that, unless you've walked it, no one knows.
No one has any idea. Not even
say, just get over it. Just get over it. Pull yourself together.
Yeah, that's all crap. But the two things I found when I went through it was, number one, safe. No one's safe. No one's actually safe. Even if you go somewhere, I mean, you got to be safe to go. I think we've had this discussion, Cortez, and I've told Karen too. The being safe to actually truly express, because you've gone through so much that you've mistrusted, and you go, am I truly talking, or am I just going to go, oh, okay, I'll have a quick stroll, instead of taking that one big step? And the second point is having the conscious choice having the conscious choice of the way you react. But people don't know they've got a choice in their mind. They're making choices all day, but for them, within themselves, to say, I will walk left instead of right, and consciously do that for the betterment of themselves, people don't do that. I know I did.
Well, if you think about it, Jay, there's the subconscious runs 95% of everything we do, right?
Yeah.
So absolutely. Consciously, a lot of people don't know. They don't consciously do anything nowadays because it's a program. So unless you reprogram your subconscious beliefs, you're not going to be able to change anything, Jay. And that's the real issue. That's the real problem. It comes down to your subconscious beliefs about yourself, because you can consciously say whatever you want.
Exactly.
Until that is a belief, which is then down into your subconscious, then that's when your behaviors are going to start to play out whatever subconsciously you believe about yourself.
Oh, so exactly.
It's just repetition. Just like Karen said.
It's like riding a bike.
You do this every day. You wake up. You do your taps. You reaffirm to yourself, I am this. I am that. I am this. I am this. And then eventually, your subconscious belief will then take that. And then you'll be able to, then your behaviors change, and you start to do things that you wouldn't normally do for yourself. You start to drink the waters, you start to exercise, you feel clarity into what you're actually doing.
Absolutely.
In life, you know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to.
I think, like, even the next sorry, I'll just go one more, then I'll tag you. But just to answer that, when you get into
I've got 3 minutes left, guys. Sorry.
That's all right. Quickly, you'll get an opportunity to prove that. I know I did when I got and gone, you are worthy, you are valued, you are loved, you are worth something. Tag to Karen.
Yeah.
Go, Karen, go. Tag in.
I was just going to say, you know...
That's his wrestling terms, Karen. That's his wrestling in him.
You know, I used to say, you know, sometimes it's like... you know, riding the waves. I would say mental health, it can be like riding the waves. Some days you surf them and you're walking inside a tunnel vision with just putting one foot in front of the other. But you're going to get into that shore and you're going to, no one's going to tell me how I'm going to finish my life. No one. So I'm strong enough, and I'm a Tonka Tough indestructible warrior. And
that's it, Karen.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, there was one thing you would want to leave these viewers with. What would it be? What would the one thing that you would want to hear when you sort of stumbled across this information? Or because maybe a lot of people are going to take some of this information as this is the first time they're going to be hearing it. A lot of people might not be able to actually hear what we're saying. So to them viewers, what would be your best advice?
Okay. Believe and trust what you hear to be, in your mind, what you hear to be true. You know, that trust it because your intuition is gut. You know, so, I used to go to work and I used to feel so anxious and things like that. My gut was telling me it's not going to be okay in this place. Trust what you hear in your mind to be true. To not believe what the broader picture. It's not always what it is to believe, but trust, belief in the universe. Be sure of that. They have your back. They have your back. If I can just say quickly, when I was looking for my unit here, right? They kept on pushing me around this area, you know, and I'd apply for number 16. No, didn't get it. Apply for number 8, didn't get it. And then number 3 come up, and you just go 3, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit. Okay, this has to be mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, they said, this is yours. They kept on saying it is mine. I'll tell you how it became mine was I put all my application together, put all my bits and pieces together, dropped it to the wrong real estate agent, didn't I? Broke the speed limit to put it into the wrong real estate agent. Sent my son to check it out. Rolled up the next week again, 2 or 3 weeks. And then on the Monday I've gone, shit, did I put that in the right place? Oh shit, no I didn't. It was meant to go to Epping. Oh my God. So I'm stressing out on the Monday night, putting in, you know, getting everything printed off again, another application, filling it all out. I hand deliver it to the Epping office on the Tuesday morning. I'm on my way to work in Seymour, and I get a phone call from the real estate agent asking me questions. And by 10 o'clock the next morning on the Wednesday, they said, you've got the unit, Karen. Now that unit was sitting open for 3 weeks, and I wasn't the only one going for it. There's 100%. Usually about 20 people every time they have an opening. There's 20 people. This house was mine. Yes. They have your back.
Divine timing.
100%. The universe has your back. You have to believe that the universe has your back. You have to believe it with all your heart and with all your soul and all your might.
This is it, Karen. That's what I'm starting to believe now.
They have your back, and I always say they're there to support you. There's times when you go, well, come on, guys, hurry up! I can't wait.
Go with the flow. That's what I've been doing. I have to. You got no other choice, and it's a good feeling.
You have to bring it back to centre. What can you control for this moment?
Exactly. Cortez, you've got to go, mate. So this has been amazing. Amazing.
This is actually brilliant. We've got to do this one again. We've got to have you on again, Karen. I've learned so much in such a short space of time, and your energy is amazing. I feel like I've met you before, maybe in a past life. I don't know.
Possibly, you never know. You're like in a big city.
But my soul takes to you, Karen. You're a lovely woman, and
thank you very much.
A lot, and you can help a lot of people. And I think
yourself.
Go and read that book. Honestly.
Absolutely. We'll have that information on there, and thanks again. I mean, what can I say? It's been amazing. Another amazing episode.
It's been amazing. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this a lot, guys.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll stop right there and maybe jump on, have a look at Karen's website and all the other information we're going to have. And thank you to my brilliant co-host. We'll talk.
You're the man, Jay.
Have a good day.
No. We're all the people here, mate, light workers. But this guy here, legend. Take care and speak soon, eh? Take care, guys.
100%. Take
See
care.
Ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.